Hi Virgo, if you'd like to come on in and have a seat for some symbolic support, my name is Steph. Welcome. I've created an ink blot in your name and essence, and we are going to flip it for perspective possibilities, adding tarot and oracle, and as well we have ghost tube here kicking for any audio additions that may further inspire or irritate. Please receive a release freely, of course. Virgos, if you'd like to join me in opening up, you're more than welcome to, or you know the drill. You can fast forward through, you can save, share, revisit, replay as much as you'd like. I appreciate you. When you are ready, taking a nice big breath, closing the eyes, cleansing the palette of perception, releasing the race and the rush, activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support in the name and to honor of Virgo.
I know.
Virgo, thank you so much for being my muse, for holding space for me to share my insights and allowing me to be a guest in your aura. Thank you. I appreciate you. All right. First things first, upon pre-shuffle and preparing the space for our aura adventures, you have a historical moments card that's come up. And your historical moment is when the Golden Gate Bridge was completed. If you want to take that in for a moment, anything that comes out and inspires in the mind. Among the most photographed bridges in the world, the Golden Gate Bridge opened for pedestrian traffic on May 27th, 1937. And for cars the following day, stretching over where the Pacific Ocean meets San Francisco Bay and spanning from San Francisco to the Marion Headlands. It was the world's longest suspension bridge at 4,200 feet until 1964. So 1964 might mean something to you. Is well 42 years old, 42 days, 42 hours. And if I may, Virgos, I'm getting the sensation you are looking to complete something again in 42 days, 42 hours, or the next 42 years, looking ahead. It's also red, and that's bringing me into something root, generational, what I'm generating, anything along that lines. And you know how they say, like the rainbow bridge of the chakras, the medicine wheels, the vortexes, whatever the case may be, you are building something and it's working. It's working. All right, let's dig in here. All right. Virgos, you know the drill as well. If you see, sense, or feel anything, please feel well to comment below or keep to yourself alike. Introverts and extroverts, welcome. Oh, I'm seeing a pair of glasses.
Uncle.
Might have an uncle in spirit as well that's trying to connect. I'm taking a look at these glasses. Spirit clearly. Okay, spirit clearly. Which is funny because I was actually seeing this drink we have in Canada. It's a blue bottle and it's called Clearly Canadian. And it's like a spritzer kind of beverage, like peach and whatnot, but it's this, the bottle's the funnest part of it. It's like a cobalt blue, if I may, even kind of like the blue behind the scenery of this. So maybe there's a lot of feeling.
Don't go there.
Okay, don't go there. Ethereal feeling, earthly feelings that you're generating some sort of interesting. Give me one moment. Okay, suspension bridge, suspension. Have you guys felt like you've been in suspension for some time? Okay, these spirits that are coming in, they are poodles. They're placing the glasses on top of your eyes so you can see something clearly. Maybe you've already received this and you know. There's also something about, you know, if you're a glasses wearer, whether for a prescription or for fashion, there's like the nerd point, you know, like if you think of the old movies with the tape, it's like, I don't know if you're like nerding up.
Computer.
But it feels fun. It feels okay. So it feels as though the geometry and geography. Are you looking at moving? Maybe even moving your spectacles? Spectacles. It's spirit spectacles. they're moving a wheel. Like, imagine if I was, okay, so it's just the only way I can see it, like on top of a submarine. And it could look like a captain's wheel if he was on a boat, or an old school hot cold dial, because it has like what looks like the sun, but it's made of metal. And there's an adjustment happening, maybe to awareness.
I love you.
I love you too. You have a crowd. Oh, you have a crowd. At least 5. Okay, there's also a cow in there. And I feel like it's being honored. Like it's, you could be changing something up with your food. You could be adding iron or something along that lines. But this crowd in here, it's your audience. It's your cheerleading squad is the way I'm hearing it. And it's like they're what were once kind of like bags under your eyes if you felt like you were carrying a lot of things. It's like I'm seeing like little purses and bags and luggage. And maybe you really are moving on from something. Something you very much so cared about. You might be dealing with a Cancer energy, Cancerian energy, or Cancer as a dis-ease. And it's like, I'm no longer carrying this baggage. I'm gonna suspension bridge. You might be feeling hangman style, but it's like it's almost completed. And one part of me can walk, like the pedestrian part can walk. And then maybe the next day or the next 48 hours, then cars will be able to, like a different part of your vessel, a different part of your awareness. I want to note that in here, I am seeing a winking sloth. And this winking sloth is telling me something slow and steady. There's also a secret in here. I don't know if you've been keeping a secret or there's a secret in the air. No, we're going over there. Secret in the air, Virgo. Something that you... Okay, it feels not so much like a secret. Maybe you are, and you have a secret. And it's been holding you up like a suspension bridge. Like the suspension, which is a good thing, but in this case it was holding you up, but it was keeping you suspended somewhere else. Because I'm seeing that like the beanie hat. Married, maybe from when you were married, maybe something in regards to a relationship that you're married to your work, married to somebody else. Maybe you're marrying something within the self. But it's got one of that hat, and it's got the little helicopter thing on here. I'm also seeing somebody pray, meditate, balance left and right side of the brain, left and right side of the heart, left and right side of the mind. Did I say that?
Lower your voice.
Lower your voice, lower your voice. Virgo's knowledge. Yeah, somebody might even be going back to school or starting to take up a new topic. It's like the food thing, like food for the mind, something for the brain or the belly. I'm starting to look something up in like a study space. Sloth. Slow and steady wins the race. See the shadow figure in here? If you're on a phone, you can zoom in. There's that union of that marriage. Love and marriage. Love and marriage go together like a horse and carriage. Interesting. And we were talking about vehicles going across the bridge. It's like you first. You're going to walk across first, get the lay of the land. You're going to learn different details being that close to being grounded, like boots to the mud, walking around your creation, checking everything. Even cutting ties to certain things. You're like, nope, that needs to go. This isn't taught enough. This isn't, whatever the case may be. There also could be a marriage that or whatever you're married to, married within the self, you might be cutting ties with, because there's that learn the truth. Again, it could be a secret or just something hidden that you've come to some sort of spirit spectacle, seeing clearly that you're like, oh, this is actually not conducive to what's going on. It's like you've built the bridge, but somebody else wants to take credit for it. And it's almost like if there's any sort of fear of the unknown, being solo, maybe again changing jobs, and it could feel safer just to stay. Timing is everything. Timing is everything, and I am calculating that so that when I leave one thing, I unite. Again, it could be a new job or a new project. Okay, when I'm finished the living room, I'm going to go to the kitchen. You're going to see how they merge, like the bridge, right? The two rooms together as this example. You're like, okay, I'm going to do this, but at some point in time, you know, you got to, or pause in the living room and move your way over to the kitchen. Something along that line. So I'm not going to pretend like I know what's going on. There's 3 windows of opportunities specifically. So see this face in here. Looks like a gentleman.
Married.
See if, sorry. See if there's a gentleman right there. It's this face. Feels kind of like a Father Winter coming through. You might have a father figure in spirit. Thank you. And or a male figure in your life. They have a beard. They have a mustache, hair. They've got quite the face on them. They're quite stern. I could say stubborn, but I'm not sure if I'm just misinterpreting it because they feel strong at the same time. What's that song I hear? What's that song I'm hearing? One of these days, these boots are gonna walk all over you. Dun, 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 dun. These boots are made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. That's what I'm hearing. There's a pairing here. Yeah, death and rebirth. There's something. And I see new land. I see new landscapes following a different North Star. The sun, King of Pentacles, definitely a relationship within the self, masculine, feminine. Or again, a different job opportunity, different career. Yeah, there's some sort of newness. There's absolutely somebody in spirit that's trying to connect with you. You think about them. It could even be a past partner if you're grieving a partner that has passed. They are sending you a message from the unknown. There's something that you're attached to. That's that suspension. That could be part and parcel of a portion of a secret that's been hanging you up. And I'm saying that. And again, these cards can mean anything to you. Please follow that first versus my yammerings. But see how there's ties here. This is holding me up. Something, but it's me. It feels like me. I feel,
I'm weak.
Being very honest, I feel like I can't blame anybody else. Yeah, I can't blame anyone else. Because it's me that's been focusing on that. Yeah, there is a moving on for sure. Okay, let's carry on here. All right, Virgos. I'm under a cliff. It's not a bad cliff. Cliff might also mean something to you. I also have a caterpillar here. And just like that card, where was it? I just saw it. When pigs fly. So I have a caterpillar. Pigs fly. And this creature that I think is a little dinosaur. A friendly dinosaur. A little fun little dinosaur. But they're all underneath here. They're playing somewhere else. I feel like I'm playing in my subconscious. Boots, walking. Sorry, I don't want to forget that. There's a reverb in your footsteps. Like when you step, and it's like, psh, step. You might not be able to see it. It's kind of like that. Is it a prayer or a saying called footprints? Somebody walks with you. Could be this father figure or a masculine spirit guide. Father Winter definitely coming through again. That Father Winter, maybe winter time as well. Also Capricornian time, so that could, maybe you're working with Capricorn energy or up against, you know, whatever the case may be. What is that bone? I'm seeing a bone. But this, it's like a dog bone. It's like, throw me a bone if you watch Austin Powers. Throw me a frickin' bone. I'm seeing a bone of something. Femur? That's a bone, yes? Yeah. Okay. You've hit the end of something. It's like when you're done the bridge and you get off on the other side. You're done traveling the bridge. Doesn't mean you won't revisit it or can't utilize it for other travels. Something's being asked to be seen. This is the way I'm feeling, of course. Please follow your own intuition. I feel as though I am seeing something clearly. Now I've got these big butt hiking boots on, and over the brush there's a version of me I can see that's been a little bit buried, and it's like the hands coming out of the grave, and I'm going to decide with, if I may, I thought this part was gone. Maybe it's your purity, maybe it's your original intention, maybe it's what you truly desire, and it just, you thought, oh my goodness, that part of me was so long gone. Maybe it's even the student within yourself. You're like, oh, I'm too young or too old, if those are the measurements that you use for learning something new, starting again, whatever the case may be. I personally don't understand what the age has anything to do with it, but maybe you feel that way, and that's okay, because just maybe you're tired, maybe you've been healing. And it's like going into the unseen and you're not really sure. You're like, can I do this? I don't really know, because it feels fuzzy, but that the spectacles are clearly coming in. So the way I'm seeing it is like, imagine if somebody created almost, is it Monet?
Rituals.
It doesn't matter. How they paint, right? Or somebody paints with a whole bunch of dots. And when you're really up close, it makes no sense. But then as you zoom out, you start to see the whole picture. It makes more sense. That's what I see that's happening here. I'm seeing, what is this name from Popeye? Is it Blackbeard, or I can't remember his name, but that's what I'm seeing. And then a smiling, is that a donkey chin? It might be a donkey chin. Not sure. Just her timing. Timing is everything. The self, the starborn. Yeah, I'm cracking something of my own code. There's that geometry. Sorry, I have to get off my foot, and I forgot to change the camera. I apologize. Oh, Virgo. Focus. Lovers. As I start on the bridge from one direction, I head to another part, leaving one but heading to the other, and when I vice versa. There's something about that love. And again, those vessels that are coming through, different aspects of your own vessels, the personality walking, the meat suit, the mindset, this multi-dimensional aspect. There's color coming back into my life. There's color, but there's this underground playground. I don't think I've been able to share it for quite some time. Divination dose. There's a bone, that bone in here, but it's in a bear trap. I don't know if I've created a trap, or I'm worried that in the unseen that there's a trap and it'll lead me to a dead end. But then I keep feeling like especially from the spirit space, this agape love of everything lighting up. It's like one candle lighting, in the rainbow bridge, each candle lighting the next one. They don't need to do the work individually. It starts at the root, illuminating that light, realizing that I'm able to step into something, even as a student, if I'm a bajillion years old. You know what I mean? It's fine. I want to have a little bit of play, little bit of room. I'm also seeing a big chicken. Is it chicken drumstick? I'm seeing a drumstick. You might also have resonance with like the cosmos, like maybe thinking about your earthly existence.
Pisces
is limiting for you. Okay, and you need to think bigger. Feel as big as you really are. This is what you're either dealing with or working through. And see how there's like a person's, energy in there? Everything's starting to line up. If at any point in time, yeah, there's, is that the hyena? If at any point in time you felt there was charms, symbols, pick a lifetime, even in your imagination, if it's self-inflicted, like a self-saboteur, or again, you've been hung up on something about, no, that doesn't, I'm seeing the game operation, but it's going in reverse. So there's something, I don't know if this is you, Virgos, or something you're just looking at, but it's like, like if you play the game operation, it's already there. The piece is already in the, and, it's how we all learn anxiety, anticipation and anxiety.
No energy.
But this is where I feel like that game's being built. And it's like looking at this body and going, where do we want to place these charms, these codes? Curses or codes, because I don't feel like they're one of the same, and I feel like there's both. And I've been going through, like with my glasses on, like I'm a surgeon, and I'm like, okay, where are we go, or what are we doing here? And I've already taken out some things, if not all of them, but still there's a healing process of where they were. And in that process, it can feel like being reborn again, Virgos. Like, it feels dramatic. It does, but not in a bad way. It feels like a star is born. Oh, I love it. A star is born. And in the past, maybe you didn't think it was possible. And I don't know. I don't say it a whole lot, but I'm here to tell you it is possible. You've already hit the dead ends. There might be some paranoia as well. Yeah, there's that morning star. There might have been something going on in your shadow aspect. Gravity, yeah. Some of you might also be Virgos. This is a significantly deep, possibly triggering reading, so I'm trying to be very, very compassionate. What's under that? Oh, it's in the reverse, and we will leave it there. The existential dread. You have a halo around you, but I feel like someone or something, or maybe you've forgotten there's a halo around you. Halo.
Lock it.
Yeah, there's a halo around you, but somebody, it's like you can't see it, or you forgot about it, because everything that was coming at me from all these different directions is like, haha, no. You just like look here at face value. It's like, hold on a minute here. I have a connection, and I get oh my goodness, I keep forgetting in your reading. I get zipped up back into spirit, or it could be like connecting with the cosmos. I don't want to call it alien abduction,
Surgeon.
because that's not what it feels like. It feels as though I am visiting a ship or a space that helps me, because it can feel the earthly existence. There's a sense of dread, and it's here to remind me about the halo. It's like they check in. Maybe you're a starseed, you resonate with starseeds. It doesn't have to be starseed oriented. It simply could be the spirit, the afterlife, if you work with those. Like, enough is enough. I'm hearing enough is enough. I am being reborn, a star, my star. Light and dark alike, the X-rays. And I'm willing to look at that inner child again. It's like that peace.
What happened to me?
And what happened to the inner child? What happened to that dream? What happened to it doesn't have to look like that. It's like, oh, I wanted to be present when I was, 9. And maybe that's not really what you want now, but you might want to modernize it and be like, but what was the context? What was the industry? What was the inspiration? You wanted to help people. You wanted to stand up and lead. You wanted to defend people. You wanted to have something successful. What did you want to add electricity to? Hi there, Tesla, Virgos. What are you creating? What are you creating? Because there's no external power now other than your own perspective of holding on to that external curse or code. And you think that they're laughing at you, or you think that you're too young, too old, the two. And it's like, it's your own devil in disguise. But there's also something about that morning star that's misunderstood. There's other stories. There's other perspectives. And it's like that bridge. Oh my goodness, Virgos, I'm so sorry. But I get that bridge, that nerding out bridge. And I want to place it between the eyes. I feel like this is kind of recapping the seriousness of what you have been through spiritually, physically, energetically, psychically, whatever the case may be, Virgos. And as I put on these boots that are made for walking, this isn't about stomping around. I want to note that this doesn't feel like I have a superiority complex. Now, somebody else narcissistically may see to this as you put your boots on. You're like, you know what? I'm going to start walking my talk.
Be careful.
Talking my walk. But you are careful. You're being careful because you're aware. You've got your, spidey spectacles on, and you can see. It's like X-ray vision. You can suddenly see when people are mismatched. And you give them certain amount of opportunities to clarify it. But you're also not... It's like there's some sort of awareness that you don't have all the time in the world. I'm not talking about you. You have all the time in all the world. This is somebody else trying to interact with you, a new job, whatever the case is. Those aren't my channels I get constipated when I do that. But you know what I mean? It's like you only have so much time to mean what you say, walk your talk, be authentic, be earnest, be vulnerable, whatever the case is. And if that doesn't happen, no. Because you're doing your psychic surgery of sorts. You're looking at the geometry and geography of different landscapes. Again, whether you're looking at the afterlife, oracly, astro, aliens, angels. This isn't about stomping. This isn't about fee, fi, fo, fum. No. This is I'm putting my boots on because I'm ready to trek. Ready to walk across my bridge, if you haven't already, Virgos. I'm going to leave it here. This was incredible. I feel very powerful. So I'm going to ground, and may you too. And I'll see you next time.
Pendant.
Thanks again.